that's when you heard about rap music, because you came in '79 with a record called Rappo Clappo,
right.
before Sugar Hill Gang.
Yeah.
Few months, a few weeks before them.
Way before.
What was your relation with that culture that was just
Okay, well, I grew up in the streets,
criminal, right?
You know, so I knew when cultures were changing, and I ran a community center, right? And one day I went in the nighttime and they had a dance, so they had all the lights on.
When was that?
Oh, 78,
77.
Right. And when I listened to the music, they had a DJ at that time, and he was talking on the mic, and I said, "Where all these kids come from? Thousands of kids pay $1, but everybody's there, and the only thing you hear in the dance floor is the feet." So what the hell is that? I don't hear no music. All I just hear, you know? I said, "What's that?" They didn't know. They got no name. So when I talked to the DJ, it was happened to be Jekyll and Hyde, who became executive for Motown. And I said, you know, I want to put this on records. So they didn't believe me. They didn't know who Joe Bataan was. They didn't care. I had no money. So I borrowed money from RCA Records, got the studio time, did the music, told them how I want the lyrics to be written, everything else done, and I waited for them to come to the studio. They didn't show up. I said, roll a tape, I'm gonna do this song.
Gonna be around for a long, long while. Got something for the young, something for the old, something that's missing from a rock and roll. Just clap your hands, everybody, everybody, clap your hands.
I went to companies, and when I played it, they said, what's that shit? I said, this is something new, it's rap music. He says, man, you don't sing no more? I said, yeah, but this is new. He said, get out of here. They threw me out. That's
Going to
okay.
Puerto Rico from home to home. Just clap your hands, everybody, everybody, clap your hands.
through this box? We're gonna try to figure out.
Funky dancehall.
Remember that?
Yeah, that was, what a rhythm. That was infectious when they played that on the radio. I mean, this is even before disco almost.
Right.
You know, and phew, all I do is I'm not very good at names, but I know funky dancehall.
Yeah.
Everybody
That was
would
a
get,
big
everybody get up on the dance floor in New York for funky dancehall. This is instrumental. This is even good today. I really like that.
Nassau's gone funky.
Yeah.
Nassau's gone
So, yeah.
We've got a doggone beat now. We're gonna call our very own.
Well, you know, growing up, I was very quiet. I was a minority, somebody said, and it's true. Because I grew up in Spanish Harlem. Everybody spoke Spanish. My father's Filipino. My mother's African American. I know no Spanish.
Right.
Right? And me growing up with all different sounds in my life, I was able to enhance the rhythms, you know, that was coming out of the neighborhood store and playing out of the jukebox. And a lot of people don't know, Smokey Robinson was very influential in Latin music. He didn't know.
How come?
Because he was doing cha-cha with a lot of his songs, and he never called it cha-cha. He didn't know what it was just dance. He had many hits with Mary Wells, all these men. But if you listen to his songs, you could dance cha-cha to them.
Right.
And I said, wow, what a rhythm, and it was fresh. That's why Smokey sold a lot of records, while other conventional R&B artists were sticking to 1-2. He had that and when I saw that, I said, wow. You know, and then when I heard Joe Cuba doing songs in English, Hector Rivera, Ray Barretto, I said, I could do that. Wow, Ella Fitzgerald, wow, what a great artist. She was one of the first, her and Lena Horne.
Right.
But these women opened the doors for artists like me, you know, and their struggles and what they went through to be a success in music. You know, at that time, there were really only one type of radio. Right. It was Caucasian radio. They didn't really have black radio.
They didn't have when you were young.
Yeah, they did, but very rare, maybe one station.
Right.
You know, and then as the music changed and it went from R&B,
right,
they changed it to rock and roll. Alan Freed came in about 57, and then the music started to open up because now the white kids, the Anglo kids, they love black music. So now it started to open up for the world, and that's when Joe Bataan knew I got a chance.
Night and stars above that shine so bright.
The best of Joe Cuba. That's good, this guy.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't know what's on there. They look like greatest hits.
You have
What do you got on there?
this one. It's
Pito.
Bang Bang.
Bang Bang, okay,
I'm
that's
Insane.
a good one.
Psychedelic Baby. Hey
No.
Joe, hey Joe, hey Joe.
Bang Bang.
Bang Bang?
Yeah.
Let's play Bang Bang.
That's
We're still in the 60s, right? Yeah, we're still in
yeah,
the 60s.
that's a big record. I said, Jimmy Sabater tells a story. He was in a black club, and he started saying, PP, He said, and all the people started jumping up. And Joe said, ay, carajo, what's this, man? He said, they're dancing like mad. He said, well, let's make a song. So they made the song up just like that, La Cañona.
So this song came out from a club?
Yeah, black club.
Black club.
It wasn't a Latin club. But he saw the people like that sound. He said, PP. He said,
Bang,
wow.
bang.
And then he said, let's put some bang bang in there. And then Cheo came and he sang a couple of Spanish words. And he crossed over. Big record. We didn't have CDs back in the 40s, 50s. We had 78.
78? You started with 78?
78. I had a collection, and I used to read the Hit Parade magazine to see the top 25. So, of course, we have Patti Page, Frank Sinatra, Perry Como, people like Nat King Cole, and I would imitate the songs. So, how much that doggy in the window, I love Paris in the springtime, and all those musical songs became a part of my life.
I don't know that much of this guy. Right?
What? You're kidding me?
But I heard one day on an interview, Marvin Gaye said that he's the one who teach him how to sing.
Get out of here. He taught a lot of people.
Yeah?
Without him knowing. He died very young. Tragic death, I think, on the bridge somewhere, from what I read. But when you heard this guy sing, nobody sing like him. His style was on, especially when he doubles up in the words. Summertime. And he had this style that was infectious because his songs were classics, and the girls all fell in love with this guy, And when he came out, he revolutionized the music field, just like Sam Cooke. Sam Cooke had his own style. Billy Stewart. That was Billy Stewart. It wasn't Frank Sinatra, not Tony Bennett, not Nat. It was Billy Stewart. He would have been much bigger than he was had he lived, But apparently, a lot of musicians we lost tragically at a young age. Billy Stewart. Yeah. Jumping.
How was the atmosphere in Spanish Harlem in the 50s and in the 60s?
Well, you got to understand, the radius of history went no further than maybe 10 blocks. You see, because over here, you had 10, 15, 20 blocks, was all Latino.
How come?
Because that's where they went to settle. And then they settle with their family, and then they invite more people, so they make a community and neighborhood. The same thing with the influx of the African American. He went to Harlem, which is up north, and he brought his families from down south, and then they increased their population, and then Harlem became bigger and bigger and bigger. But history will show you, before Afro-Americans were there, it was the Irish. And before that was Italians. And it was all different type of, the word Harlem comes from a Dutch word, right? Spelled differently, but that shows you how the history changed. So now you go to El Barrio, you won't find that many Puerto Ricans like before. You find a lot of Mexicans with the influx of Mexicans. So it shows you, and I've been around a long time, that I see history disappear right between my eyes. And then I saw the involvement of music change also. So I was blessed to be alive and to hear this music and see the transition. But the one thing that I noticed is that there's a formula for universal music. If you got the correct beat, the correct words, everybody understands.
The perfect beat.
Yes. Ralphie, it's my brother.
Okay, let's listen to you. Incredible voice.
Yeah, my brother. We went
Texture.
to California together. Matter of fact, I wrote one song
Make
for
It
him.
With You?
Make It, that's a big hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, by Brett. He's got in there Just One of Your Kisses also.
Just One of Your Kisses?
I wrote that for him.
Oh, you wrote it?
Yeah.
Let's play this one.
All right.
Let's play this one.
That's the first song I wrote.
Right?
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
He loved it.
Oh, yeah.
Just one of your kisses will make me feel oh so grand. I just got to know, if you love me.
Yeah, he died young.
Yeah?
Yeah, in Colombia, he got killed. And he called me and said, Joe, I'm going to Colombia. You got to come with me, you know? We could play in a lot of places. I said, nah, I'm in Atlantic City. I'm going to go to Europe. And I had a big record, that Rapper Clapper. He says, well, I'm going to go by myself then. I said, okay. And then he came back. He said, what happened? I said, nothing. I didn't see the people. He went back again, and he got killed, and I didn't go. Some people say that he took a job that was for me in Colombia because they couldn't get Joe Bataan, so they got Ralphie. And if not for that, maybe I would have got killed in Colombia.
That's a sign.
Yeah. God's watching for me all the time.
I'm on my way to you.
Most of the musicians lived in Harlem.
Right.
So it was nothing for me to see Tito Puente walking across the street, or Eddie Palmieri, or Sonny, Joe Cuba, or Tito Ramos from the TNT band, Johnny Colon. All these guys, we all live in the same neighborhood.
You grew up together?
Yeah. I mean, some of them were older than me,
Right.
but we still came from El Barrio, which was a music capital for Latin music. And what is ironic about that is that everyone knew each other, but in place of what they have now, like this rivalry between gangs and adversity and stuff like that, we had the same thing, but with music. We had competition with the band, so if I saw Willie Colon, I said, oh, I'm gonna be better than that guy. You know, I'm gonna take it. Wait till I see him in the dance tonight. We're gonna battle it out. And we did. I battled Willie Colon, Joe Cuba, everybody. Everybody wanted to be the top, but that was good, clean competition. Tito Ramos.
Tito Ramos.
This is the singer with Johnny Colon that did Boogaloo Blues. That's his partner, Tito Rojas.
You want to listen to one of this?
Yeah, okay. I don't know.
You
got the
knew him?
Yes, he lived next door to me. He sang in my band in the Subway Joe album. Yeah.
You know the one I'm going to play, right?
What are you going to play, Meditation?
Oh, Meditation. I love the Meditation, but I love Meditation on the other one.
Oh, it's not on this one, huh?
No, this one pretty much sounds like Ordinary Guy.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The nostalgia style.
Okay.
I tried out for mama. Won't you come out and meet my bride? just can't understand.
It was very interesting and very nice to meet you after all
Oh,
those...
my pleasure. You really gave me an opportunity to talk.
We've been looking for you for years. We've been looking for you. The record was there. You were here. But the stories also.
You know what?
But not the person.
Yeah, that you said that? This happened to me before many times. They were looking for me in California. My records always underground. People kept playing for years, but they never saw me. Now I practically live in California. They call me every year, 8, 9, 10 times. Francis is gonna call me back.
You have my blessing, son, and try to understand. Please, that's life. You've got to understand. Won't you try, son? Somebody will forgive you. You've got to live your life. Live it the way you have to. But please go on and try to understand. And I didn't know quite what to say for myself.